Hindutva or the BJP, the party, they governance aside, they do have a vision. They do have an ideology that this is what we want. We want a certain Hindu Rashtra or things of that direction. And what is the counter narrative? Like I've seen a lot India Alliance people criticizing the government. ये आपने ये बुरा किया, वो बुरा किया. But आपके तरफ से, what is the alternative model which you're showing the country?
You know, the fundamental crisis in India today is a crisis of political imagination. I've said this before, and I'm very happy to say it now and publicly as well, is that the opposition has failed to craft an effective and cohesive public narrative around what it stands for, not just what it is against. But you have to recognize that that process is a very long and tricky one. You know, it took almost 100 years of a freedom movement to get Nehru to write Discovery of India and to come up with a vision for what a new India looks like. In the face of the political disruptions that you've seen in the past 10 years, but actually over the course of the last 3 decades, with the rise of Hindutva, with the rise of the BJP on the national level, but also with the rise of a polarizing rhetoric, you are now forced to question the very ideals that were set in place by the founders of this country, right? Institutions that you never thought would be compromised are now getting compromised. Values that you thought were commonplace and integral to being Indian, such as secularism, are being denounced as anti-Indian or un-Indian, right? So in such a circumstance and a scenario, I don't think it's enough just to say we'll go back to the past. We're going to have to say what is a new future that we're crafting, and the new future is a deadly one, right? We've got climate change threatening our very existence. We've got the rise of AI presenting a very different sort of scenario for the future of jobs. You've seen a complete disruption of market forces that transform how the global economy works and how trade between countries works. You've also seen the collapse of international institutions. Gone are the days when we depend upon the UN to sort of mediate on all issues and be the voice of reason. Today, you're in a winner eats all, doggy eat dog world where there is no international world order anymore. And we watch helplessly as Israel bombs Gaza and sort of reduces it to rubble, right? So what are we imagining? What are the core values that we built from?
Your vote matters. A strong democracy begins with responsible voting. आपका वोट important है. एक strong democracy की शुरुआत होती है responsible voting से.